Hi everyone, so I'm back with another Echoing Nightmare video. This is just a very short one of a trick that I've learned recently after someone had mentioned I could experiment with the Moratorium gem. So in case you don't know what that is, I don't blame you. This is this legendary gem here that has literally never been useful for anything in the entire game's history. And apparently this is actually good to not get one-shot or close to one-shot by Meteors in Echoing Nightmares, which is something a lot of people have trouble with most of the time. So I already made a lot of videos about Echoing Nightmares. I'm not going to go into every little thing now, but what happens here after wave 100 is you have these green meteor impacts, as you can see, and they deal a lot of damage regardless of how much toughness you have. So you can stack 50 billion toughness and still get almost one shot by them. It seems like they do something like 80 to 90% of your total HP, and there's nothing really you can do about it. But Moratorium has this effect of reducing the incoming damage by 35% and instead giving you like a dot. And usually this is a really terrible effect because it doesn't actually add any toughness to your character, and there are way better defensive options like esoteric alteration. In this scenario, it is actually good because your meteor damage suddenly goes from like 80% of your HP to like 50. So you can actually almost take 2 meteors in a row with this without almost any healing in between. And then you have this dot on you, that doesn't really matter. You just out heal it or you just clear it by doing a kill eventually. So I managed to find a clip where I was actually getting hit by meteors, so you can see it in action. So usually you have like instantly, screen flashing red and stuff. And here I got hit, I took 530k, and you see my life here is something like, 45% maybe or so. So it's barely more than half of your HP, and if you have any kind of healing, you can get hit by 2 meteors, or you just take the meteor and you can take other hits without dying or without proccing. Now personally, after trying this out for a little bit, I switched back to Baneful Trapped for me in my case, to just have more damage and make the runs a little bit faster. But this is definitely a recommendation I can give to you guys for making it a bit easier, especially if you do this in groups. The difficulty is way lower than in solo as far as I know, and it is way easier to reach wave 150 because all you really have to do is corner down enemies around you. And for this you want to be tanky and you want to be able to not care too much about where you're standing, and then this is exactly what you need. If your damage is way too high, you can even consider adding more defensive legendary gems. So there's also the Molten Wildebeest that gives you lots of regen. So those two go really well together. And then you could even add a third one if you like an esoteric. And just in general, making a character quite tanky is usually the way to go to make easy 150 runs possible. Personally, I'm playing the entire season 100% solo, so I can't tell for sure how easy it is. But from everything I've heard, it seems to be easier than what I'm doing in solo. Unfortunately, those legendary gems don't protect you against the molten explosions. So there are different types of molten explosions that pop up. There are some that come like randomly around you, similar to those meteors you see here like in the middle right now. And there's also some coming from those lunatics. And one type of these does too much damage. You cannot survive it. So this has kind of a similar like HP based effect as the meteors, I believe, and it will just one-shot you. Even Moratorium won't save you. I'm not sure which one of the two it is because I didn't really want to try this too much on hardcore, but yeah, you have to be careful about the molten explosion. So hope this little video helps you. Wish you good luck for the rest of season 26. Subscribe for more Diablo content, and I'll see you guys next time.